Yeah, I don't know. I am mixed on that. So, all right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Vans Pop Culture Corner. I'm your host, Brain Muffin, or Channel Dad, or whatever my name is this week, because I don't know. Because no one's yelling at me because my wife is out visiting not her in-laws, my in-laws. So she's closer to you guys than she is to me. And by the way, this is and as we start here, a public service announcement. If this is you, um, I bet you're voting for Hillary. All right, thank you very much. So say howdy there, Appalachian American.
Yeah.
Howdy.
And the man in the upper right-hand corner, in this corner, weighing 275 pounds, in the green trunks, Tom.
What's up, America?
And back again because he has nothing better to do, Prime Mover.
Yeah, I'm just kind of the webcast vagrant that just keeps showing back up. But today I found something on the road, and I'm gonna take care of it. Hello.
Now I want to go grab something. Go get some sake or something like that. I don't know. So how's everybody tonight?
Good.
Good.
Finally starting to get settled at my house.
Is anybody's state starting to open up a little bit?
Yeah.
A little. It's getting better.
Dude, what are you talking about? There was like mad people out in front of the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, but you can't.
That's because they just went out.
Yeah.
Still can't go get your hair cut because I couldn't find nobody.
You can't. You're not gonna be able to get nothing to eat at a restaurant for like a month.
All right.
You can take takeout and don't come back.
Well, the China
We
Walk
don't
down
have no
here,
China
they're still
food
closed.
here. China is asshole.
China Walk ain't here. They gone too.
Oh, we got a China Walk. That's probably a popular name. Yeah, our governor, I think it's the 21st. We're allowed to have our bars and restaurants open, but you still got to keep 6 feet, and they're going to be shields. I mean, I was looking at the list of restrictions today, and it is absolutely insane. It is absolutely insane. I could understand having maybe 50% capacity. And then if any of your workers are showing signs of illness, sending them home, which you should be doing anyway. But a lot of this stuff, I don't know if you guys seen some images or some things like of gyms. They're putting partitions between the inclines, the stair what do they call those? The treadmills and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Well, the stairmasters, right? And then so you're gonna have a smaller confined space, and then when they wipe that down with aerosols, it's just gonna sit there. And then someone's gonna be breathing in all of that crap. It's just like the mask. You're going to end up with worse air quality and worse health doing all this nonsense.
Well, see, we were talking about today. You know how if you want something, you ask for like $80, but you really only need 20, and you know that's probably what you're going to get, but you're going to ask for more. They're talking about how it could be. They're trying to see how much power they can have with everything going on. If they can scare us enough to get all the power.
Well, they're doing that pretty well right now.
Oh, yeah.
Look at how many people. If you spend any time on Twitter, anytime they'll have something about, or just, I've seen it on Facebook. I've seen it in the comments section on even various news websites. Just go to a CNN article, and it's amazing how people who want to go back to work and want to start paying their bills and keep the electricity on are being,
mocked.
Denigrated and mocked and as active they're selfish. And I'm like, the whole point of flattening the curve, and this is also what people either misunderstood or it was misrepresented to them, because I had, like I've said before, I've had friends of mine who are doctors and nurses explained it to me because I misunderstood it too at the beginning. And we did that. But we did that almost a month ago. And depending on which statistics you look at, some places did as long ago as 6 weeks, because some places never really had much of a curve. but still the same number of people are expected to die. Now I know the models and everything was wrong, that was way many scales, but look, if you look at Sweden and some other countries that did kind of a partial shutdown, but they didn't shut down their economies. And now you've got over 1 million healthcare workers, nurses, doctors, and others that have been furloughed or laid off, and more, 2.5 million more people first-time unemployment last week. So we're in like 35 million, something like that now, total. And you're not going to get that back instantaneously. And you got to start opening up. And vaccines are only partially, for viruses, vaccines are only partially effective, and it depends on the virus. But for any of these coronavirus, these things that mutate a lot, we don't really have. We sort of have a flu shot, but it's not that effective. It's less than 50% effective on average. So it's herd immunity is really the only way to deal with it. And and I can understand not, if only a tenth of the projection was correct, we would have overwhelmed the healthcare system, but we didn't even have that. So and I was trading, there was I forget the name of the stock. I have to look at the symbol, but there was one today that they announced, surprisingly, they needed to raise like 120 some odd $1 million, and they claimed that they had a 100% cure for corona, and their stock went nuts, and then they came out with more stock. It was a sham. This is the second time that the CEO has done this in the last 6 months. I can really see
the CEO is asshole.
Yeah, but hey, I traded, made some money a couple times, but he keeps this up, the SEC is going to be knocking on his door because he's pumping his stock. With that, I mean, they're working on stuff, but they don't have anything even close to trials. So they have, and then even some of the vaccines are in vitro. These things are basically, they're just lab test tube trials. They're not even into clinical trials yet with any of this stuff, and they're not going to be. We're going to have herd immunity before they get anything developed. But yeah, anyway, my rant was, I was reading the Ohio governor here in DeWine. It's like it is amazing how many people are not making data and science-based decisions, because if an idiot like me can search and find these abstracts, some of which go back 3 or 4 years, that show that in the doctors who are treating patients, the types of things they are saying fall right in line with these abstracts. But the stuff like Fauci and Birx and here in Ohio, I forget what her name is, the medical advisor, she's as dumb as those two. What they're looking at are lab test results that are kind of at the extremes. They're not looking at actual clinical information treating patients. And I would rather take, someone who's out there healing people's word for it than some semi-bureaucrat in Washington who's just whispering in the president's ear.
Idiot.
Yeah. So, well, it's like the guy, it's amazing how set in their ways many times in medical schools they get, and the doctors get out in the real world and they're like, this isn't really working. And then they learn what really works, but the medical school stuff never gets updated because they're too busy actually doing work to go reteach the teachers. It's not drastic stuff, right? We're not, we have massive gross anatomy issues. I don't want people to misunderstand, but there are a lot of practical applications that don't get updated or take a long time to get updated in the schools that doctors run into. Well, not only doctors, but many other fields too. So we're going to slowly do something, but I think Ohio's pretty much dead. I think we're pretty much screwed.
So is California.
Yeah, we're not as bad off as they are, but we're kind of in the middle.
California might be flipped. The red state.
Yeah, I saw that. What was that, a special election or something that guy won?
I don't know. I didn't hear about that.
It was, can you hear me? Mike Garcia. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Mike Garcia took over Katie Hill's old spot. You remember old threesome or thruple Katie Hill? That was her.
I don't know who that is.
That was that chick that got busted for like having pictures of her combing her girlfriend's hair, all naked and everything, and she was a Democrat from I forget where, but yeah, this guy went in and took the seat, which has typically been blue, turned it red with 12.5 points to spare. So people are tired. You're tired of the thruples.
Yeah. Well, and if the Michigan governor puts her foot down one more time, I think she's going to have an all-out riot on her hands.
The Virginia governor, he's been stepping on a lot of toes lately.
That's all. I don't think he can help himself.
He lives for it.
I mean, he's the guy that
His name's
did
Ralph. Come on
blackface
now.
when he was younger and also dressed as a Klansman
Yep.
for Halloween or something, or a party or whatever.
Well,
Yeah, a Harvard party.
we take the dual approach to costuming here. One day I will be a Klansman with white hood, and then the next party I'll be a black man, like Michael Jackson, because you know I can dance like Michael Jackson. I can do the moonwalk. Even though my wife doesn't want me to, I can do it. Zinga.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a real treasure you guys got there in Virginia. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Who voted that her in?
Not me.
Did my
Not me.
mic cut out? Who voted that her in?
We just said not me.
Yeah.
I just
No.
want to have it go on record that it wasn't any of us here.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah. No, it's just crazy, man. It really is.
Oh yeah, and then they're trying to make it to where immigrants can vote, like illegal immigrants.
Well, that's the only way they're going to secure votes.
Oh yeah, because
It's,
everybody's waking up and saying, "Hey, this is kind of messed up."
oh yeah, it's past messed up. But
Build
that
wall. That
I
wall
mean,
just
well-
got 10 feet higher.
yeah,
10 feet higher.
yeah. But if you look at, I think we talked about it before too, the way Al Franken got elected. And then eventually he screwed up, and because he's not in Congress anymore, right? Didn't he?
No, he was a senator and he grabbed some.
Well, the
Some
picture
person-
showed him pretending to grab. He was like 4 inches away from her. He didn't touch her, but when
Right.
she was sleeping, I forget, some model when they were doing a USO tour.
4 inches is still grabbing, according to Me2. 4 inches, pal. 4 inches.
It was the intent that counted, right?
Exactly. What was he going to do?
Yeah, but he got voted in with a bunch of not mail. Well, what do they call it? Not mail-in. Well, they're mailed in, but they're not
Absentee
absentee
ballots.
ballots. Yeah, that were found in the back of a back seat of a car.
Yep.
Zero documentation on chain of custody, but we have to count them. And magically, it was enough votes for him to win. So this is not new. They've been at this. I mean, go back decades ago, ballot box stuffing, and go back to the 19th century Chicago politics. It's always the same party.
Go back
Always.
to Tammany Hall, coming off the boat, and they would tell them how to vote.
Yeah. So it's nothing new, and it's just now that I think they're just being more in your face about it. So, but the EU's doing it to Ireland too. So eventually,
Yes, sir.
eventually Arabic will be spoken more than Irish. Probably is already. Very few. I'm amazed at how much anybody under the age of 30. There's very few people in Ireland that actually speak Irish anymore. They speak English. They complain about the England. England invaded 300 years ago, whatever it was.
Prince out of Ireland.
It's like if you really want to kick the English out, I mean, learn English as a second language and speak Irish. So
This is true.
anyway, you guys.
So
sound
how
really
about
bored
some pop culture news here?
Yeah, since that's what we're supposed to be talking about.
I'm looking for some right now.
Yeah,
I got a little article here.
go
What you
ahead.
got?
From no article, can't read.
You want to share it, or you just want to
I'll
read it?
share it. Yeah, definitely. Star Wars: The Mandalorian Season 2 adds Timothy Oliphant.
I just saw where he was trending.
And
Trending.
who's Timothy Oliphant, do you all ask?
I have no idea.
Deadwood
the
and
Hitman?
Justified star Timothy Oliphant is the latest name reported to be joining the cast of the Star Wars show The Mandalorian in Season 2.
That doesn't tell me who he is.
According to the report from Variety, Deadwood and Justified star Timothy Oliphant has been cast for the show. If you're wondering who he's going to play, those details are being kept a secret for now. Based on various reports, Oliphant will join Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano, Temuera Morrison as Boba Fett, Katie Sackhoff as Bo-Katan Kryze, and Michael Biehn. Do we all remember Michael Biehn?
Yeah.
No.
Terminator.
First Terminator.
He was Kyle Reese.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to be Ray's father.
Ray. Ray's
Timothy
not in The
Oliphant.
Mandalorian. He's
Not
going to be
yet.
some junk dealer.
Not yet.
Time traveling junk dealer
He's going to be Ray's father.
in the
He's too old for
got
that.
stabbed by
though.
that. He's got to get stabbed.
How
by
many
that
years after
navigation knife?
Return of the Jedi is the Mandalorian?
10. Season 1 is 10 years.
So he's almost not too old. I mean, he's
So
in his
this will be
50s.
so season 2 will start exactly 1 second after season 1.
Oh, good grief.
So it'll start mid-flight. Just like, that formula works pretty well, doesn't it? When you start right after the previous movie, like
Yeah.
The Last Jedi.
Why
Because she
is
couldn't
Justin
hold
Long trending.
that lightsaber up for a week trying to give it to Luke. They had to start right there.
Well, that's so he can have Luke throw it as opposed to just having him start like a few days later, like she's just mid-training.
Exactly. But no.
Because, subvert your expectations.
Right. And he's a time traveling director. Looper.
He's a Rupa.
He's a looper.
Why is Justin Long trending on Google search? Because the WCBS talked about him in their after hours.
Where's who?
Justin Long. I'm a Mac.
I don't know who that
I'm a
is.
PC and I'm a Mac. Remember those commercials?
No.
Yeah, Justin Long. He was in one of those college movies. What was it? Undergrad or something like that.
I don't know.
What else was he in? Yeah, he was the Mac to the little chubby guy who was the PC.
Although oddly enough, the PC guy actually was a Mac user in real life.
This is true.
Bump, bun, dun, 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 dun.
There he is. Looks like Keanu's little brother.
Is he dating Drew Barrymore? Or ex-boyfriend praises Drew Barrymore praises ex? Oh, I guess so.
I think he's dating Drew Carey now.
1978. Oh, he's almost, but not quite, 10 years younger than I am to the day.
You're so damn old, dude.
I am. The Appalachian American left.
What? I'm older.
Boo.
Tommy, what's going on? Use your new pop filter. Let's
Use
hear
your
it.
needle.
What do you want me to say?
You say something with a lot of peas in it.
Oh, I found
Peas
something.
porridge
on
hot. Oh.
if you know the I'm feeling lucky button,
Yes.
click it and stay right there. It changes to something else random.
Huh. I'm gonna have to bring it up.
Yeah. And it just takes you to random websites, like completely random.
Yeah.
Don't type nothing in there.
I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling doodly.
Oh, you just hover over it? Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
I'm feeling curious.
You just click it. I'm feeling lucky with nothing in it, and something else pops. So,
Right, well, you can just hover over it and it'll do that. It says, I'm feeling doodly.
I'm feeling
Yeah.
wonderful.
all right, well,
I'm feeling puzzled.
Do you just keep your mouse button, or do you have to move the mouse off? Because when I move it off and then it flips back to I'm feeling lucky, and then I'm feeling puzzled. But
Yeah, you got to come off of it and
if you
come
click
back.
on it, if you click on it though, it takes you to a place.
Right. Okay, I'm feeling puzzled, and I click on it, and it goes to some sort of. There's no. Wait, a Google a day, start playing a game. Okay, that's weird. That's scaring me right now. I'm feeling wonderful. So I click on that, and it takes me to the sanctuary of Atotonolico in San Miguel, Guanajuato, Mexico. And it's this whole big spread on this this mission. Now I'm scared.
The only
That's
reason I was
pretty
not
cool. Figure that out.
Strike is coming.
'Cause I got on
Harming the
Google,
stupid thing.
because I got a program that I added to Google Chrome that shows me what people search up the most. And I downloaded it so I can see what videos would be the most viral.
Huh.
Yeah.
Did it say like review videos?
What's it called?
Huh?
Did-
I gotta, let me see if I can find it.
Does it have one that says I'm feeling Tommy? I'll go to that one, see what it gives me.
Alright, I'll copy the. I'll put it in the chat. It's that. Keywords everywhere. It shows how much people watch, search that on Google and YouTube. So if you type in games, it shows you how many people search just games. And it actually shows you how much people are paying when they go to see that website.
So it's like an analytical site.
Yes. And when I go on YouTube, it shows me what other videos uses hashtags.
Yeah, I have a thing called vidIQ that does that same thing. Hopefully, hope these two don't argue.
Huh. Keywords everywhere.
You what?
Freak out if I start picking it?
No, I'll just start sneezing.
Yes?
Go ahead.
Are you in trouble? Do you need us to go over there?
Huh?
Do you need us to go over there and have your back? I could be there in about 20 hours. I mean, as long as you can hold off the threat that long.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. I mean, because they
All
turn on,
good.
they
It's
turn
all
on you.
good.
They turn on you once in a while, you know, when they get a certain age.
That was years ago.
You already, hey, idiot.
How long is it supposed to last? I'm still going through it.
So they get
It'll come
married.
in waves.
So they move out and don't come back.
No, sir.
Ouch.
Nope, comes back in waves.
So I don't see any difference when you. Oh, there it is.
It's like a red toad.
No, on the Google, yeah, related keywords. People also search for. Oh, this is good. Yeah, I like this. Because vidIQ will show me stuff about videos and things on YouTube, but I don't necessarily know what people are looking for.
Yeah. Well, there's a guy that I was watching his videos, and let me see if I can pull that up. And he shows you how to get like serious fans, like up to 1 million, and that's who gave me that that stuff.
Yeah, look at one of my
The thing you
videos.
should be pulling up is your pants, bro. Okay, can't surf while you're naked. Charlie, don't surf.
Well, here, let me find my most popular video the last 28 days, and then I'll copy you the link, and here you look at it in Chrome and see what it says for you.
Okay.
It's one of my Sweden ones. There's one that was 366. I could have sworn there was one that's over 600. It's not monetized because, you know. Oh, here we go. Sex during social distancing. How about that? 500,
yeah.
over 500 views.
I still haven't figured that one out.
Golly,
Kind of
man.
hard to
Chrome is so slow now.
rock the boat from 6 feet.
Oh, the 6 feet stuff is it's based on nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, try sneezing on someone 6 feet away. So I try spitting on them 6 feet away.
I can get up some phlegm and some loogies that'll make your head spin.
Yeah, but you got to really try. Someone
you
just
got-
sneezing, especially if they're ill, and you get those sneezes that about binge in half. You know, at least I do sometimes. That's not going 6 feet. It's going straight at my knees.
You're gonna paint your shoes with it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I got whiplash.
I should have worn a 5-point harness.
And when I sneeze like that, I don't even feel like going to the doctor. My mom has to say, you need to go to the doctor. Well, there you go. There's in private chat there. So it's interesting what that brought up because it lays it over, but I still have all the vidIQ stuff. I just have to scroll for it because with vidIQ here, let me can I share this? Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. I know we're just talking nothing tonight, aren't we?
Yeah. It's hard to do a show when there's no shows being made.
So here's that. So here's what I see. Here's the tags. So those are my keyword tags. And then the vidIQ, which is not free. And it was paying for itself, but then when YouTube brought down a lot of stuff and my revenue went down, it's been tough to pay for it because it's like $50 a month. But
Ooh.
yeah, it's a bit steep for for my channel and what it's doing. It's really too much. But this is the score that I just cannot get to. I had one I posted today. I had this over 80, and it's got like 9 views. So, but part of it is understanding. So this is, you can see the the graph. It thinks my title is too long. I don't know why. And then but then down here is all of my video tags. There's suggested video tags. Its suggestions are pretty lame. It's really based on the things that you're looking at, you're posting. And so over time, because I have various topics, half the time it doesn't even know what to do.
All right, what are we looking at?
But it also will rank. So this right here,
we're looking at
17th ranked
Sex Drive
video if you put that search term in.
Yeah.
So.
See, I've heard you can only put 13 hashtags, or they won't count it.
I don't know. It's 500 characters. I don't know.
So out of 335.7 days, you only get laid 10.2 times. Am I reading that right? And then 2.03 ejaculations.
I've been married longer than that. It's not that high.
1.59. Do you guys hug afterwards? 1.59. Oh, that's K.
What?
Wow, that's some insightful information.
So was that website good for y'all?
It was great, Tommy.
That we were talking about this keyword everywhere, and it's showing like what people look up on Google and stuff.
Yeah.
And Lape Sex Drive.
And well, see, that's why I can maybe when we post these things, use that to put in the tags in the description.
Yeah.
My lord.
What's the matter? You part Amish. You holding back for the rapture.
What?
Sling it, my man. Sling it.
I think my headphones is the reason why I kept hearing everybody cut out.
Ah.
Oh, they were still.
They
plugged
were.
in?
No, the batteries were low on it because I have Bluetooth
Mm-hmm.
headphones. So now I'm using these little dudes. So
Okay.
Do they work?
it sounds weird.
Hey, you guys were saying, you haven't seen a picture of me. Well, there you go.
Is that you?
That's me with my son as a parrot because he's
Nice.
sitting on my shoulder.
That's cool.
So that's the back of your head.
Hey, whoa, now.
Whoa, now what?
Yes, it is.
Hey now.
Hey, now.
Make him bigger so we can see if we can catch a reflection off of something.
Off the book or whatever we're reading.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Let's see.
This is some forensic stuff happening right now.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
scared.
got to be a window. I see it. I can see it.
You can see
You busted.
He's
Yeah,
reading.
you busted.
He's reading the menu up to his face.
Why? Why a menu?
You're busted.
I don't know.
And there's my son surfing my shoulder. What's up with that?
He's holding on.
Mm-hmm.
Appalachian Americans tired.
Dude, I have been busting it all day today.
Are you getting the house all staged up and everything?
Yeah. There's some steps that are on my patio that are made out of rock. And over the years, the mortar and stuff has come out of between them.
Mm-hmm.
A few of the rocks are missing, and so the steps were real dangerous. Like going, I mean, not for me, but like my grandma and stuff. She about fell the other on Mother's Day,
Hmm.
and so we were like, all right, let's yank these out of here. So I got a electric jackhammer.
Electric?
And, yeah,
All right.
it's like and it took me about 2 hours, but I busted all the rock out.
So now you got to lay a new foundation and all that good stuff. Get it all in
Well,
code.
Well, I ain't gotta worry about no code. But my dad, he used to do, he used to work at like the concrete plant down here in town. He did that for a long time, so he's real good about pouring concrete and stuff. So we built some forms and laid the first step tonight, and it's the thickest and the most concrete used. So like it's gonna cure overnight, and then tomorrow about 7 o'clock we're gonna hit the second step, and then probably by I don't know 5-6 or so tomorrow night we'll lay the last step.
It'll cure that fast within a day?
Quickcrete.
Quick read, okay. Now, you see, I see how this is pop culture related
Mm-hmm.
because some of these young little bastards would never understand, and they would go, I need my mom to, because I just want to watch TV. I need my mom to pay for my steps on my new house. And so there you go. It's related to pop culture on this is how you take care of your house and you're self-sufficient. Not some reprobate. There you go. And you laid another brick in the wall, which is pop culture.
I made an axe today.
Tell us about Stonebreaker.
That's gonna be on the men's room. It's gonna be we're gonna just smash stuff because it seems like I looked at the algorithm and videos seem like the most pointless and stupid videos get the most views.
Yeah. Oh, that was that axe you were talking about on the first show, right?
Yes, I just gotta weld it now.
Nice.
I got that thing looking like chrome. I polished. I even took the buffing wheel on it, so it's got like a mirror finish now.
And you want to
Make
go
sure
break
you're
stuff
taking-
with that?
Make sure that you're taking pictures and stuff.
I am. I've got like 30 pictures, but I wasn't gonna send all of them to you.
All right, cool.
This is on your show, the men's room.
Yes.
Very good.
We just got to figure out what we're gonna smash.
Hey, Leif, I sent you some pictures that we can talk. We can bring that up and talk about if you want to. On the old.
You
email.
sent me pictures. Where did you send them?
To the old email.
The old-
Ho 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 ho! You might just send one to me too.
I did.
Ho 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 ho!
Look
Look at that. This is technology. So that was the old look at man. That looks like something out of a Spanish fort down in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Did you send it to me, Seth?
No, I was hoping Leif would just be able to pull it up.
The old show email?
Yeah, the old email without having to say it.
I get it, but I don't have anything.
See, that would have been nice if that bottom that bottom step would have survived. It would have had a lot of character.
Well, part of it kind of did. But I mean, it was kind of a mess.
Nice. Yeah, you're bringing it into the modern age with the cement.
Yeah.
And what does that sign just stop? It just doesn't go to the house or what?
Do what now?
That sidewalk that precedes the steps, does that go anywhere?
It takes you out to the driveway.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you like when you park your car, you come down that sidewalk, down those steps onto the patio, and then
Okay.
up into the house. And
That'd be
Yes.
difficult for grandma. Even like if it was fixed. Nice.
yeah.
See, that's America. We don't need no stinking COVID. We got Americans here. Don't wear no mask.
Dude, I have not worn a mask at all, except for as like a joke.
I've had to wear them for work, but other than that, I haven't. Because it's pointless. You're gonna, unless you sanitize everything in your house, your car, and everything you ever get, it's still pointless.
Yeah.
My wife and daughter made some like really kick-ass masks. You know, they sent them out to different various, family members and stuff, and then like, you gotta wear these when you go out. Never put it on. I'll be honest, they're gonna hear this. I think I hinted that I put them on, or wore the mask, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Then I'm going back to this store that's been closed for 2 weeks. I'm sorry, 2 months. It opened yesterday, and I go walking up. Yeah, it's like a little like a Habitat for Humanity type store. I don't know if you guys have those out there.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. And so I go in there right as I'm walking in. You need to be wearing a mask. I had to walk back out in the car and get my mask.
It's not good for your health to wear them.
Exactly.
No, it's not.
Trap everything.
Yeah, it traps everything, and that's not what the masks are for. Masks are for you to keep from. And people say, "Yeah, but then you won't spew on others." I'm like, if someone lets me get that close to them, it won't matter.
Yeah.
If I cough well enough to send COVID over somebody, the mask isn't going to stop it. The mask. That's like Dr. Buttar. I think it was the best way I heard describe it. It's like putting up a chain link fence to keep the mosquitoes out, because
Which makes
the molecule is so much smaller than the mask.
Hey,
like that.
Leif, I sent you a picture of my dad. He wore a mask to the store. I sent you a picture, dude. It's good.
So you got my email saying I didn't get anything yet.
Yeah, I did. I resent.
Okay. Yeah,
Everything.
I've got 'em.
Is he down with wearing the mask? And
Did you
doing
see
what
my dad?
CDC says?
He's got a Lone Ranger looking mask on.
Show my dad. This is the mask my dad wore.
Here,
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
get a door.
Did
My
you,
wife
okay,
gonna
did you
shoot
hear
me.
about the person in Santee, California? We have family that lives out there, and it's always been called, yeah, that's it. Well, this guy out in Santee, which we always call Clan T, he wore a big Clan hood mask into the grocery store, and
Oh, Lord.
they had like security that was out there. I don't know why security was sitting at the Vaughn's supermarket, but anyway, they're like, "You need to leave, sir," and he's like, "What? I'm covering my face. I have a mask on. This is gonna be my mask." And they're like, "You're upsetting people." Well, they're all wearing masks too. I don't know who they are. Well, you need to leave, sir. I'm going to keep this mask on, and you're going to stop bothering me. And so the security people let him go, and then he eventually left.
Yeah.
The balls on this guy. Love it.
I saw some pictures of it. He looked to have fairly dark skin too.
Hey, it gives you a great excuse to wear Mortal Kombat mask. Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero or
Bang mask.
Scorpion.
Yeah.
That's the only way I would wear a mask is if it was something
Yeah.
cool like that.
I just wear my Power Ranger mask. The red
Exactly.
Dude, I gotta go get me one.
one.
I've been looking for some kind of like kids mask to put on there and just to say, okay, this is my mask. Put little ear loops on it or something.
Dude, just make it popular where everybody wears Hillary Clinton's face.
And the body count went up. Wait a minute. Spate of unconditional and unnecessary murders have occurred with people that were wearing masks.
No, wear the Hillary mask with the Trump shirt. People will be so confused.
And like they're not already.
Yeah.
Or the Trump mask with the I'm with her shirt.
Yeah.
Stronger
There you go.
together. I just saw that. I went to a Chick-fil-A and they had one of their little posters and stuff facing outward, and they had a stronger together. And I'm like, wait a minute, wasn't that old girl's slogan? Hillary's slogan back in 2016?
Well, guess what I've seen 5 times this week on 5 different cards?
What?
Q.
What?
Yep. I've seen the Q logo with the WW thing on it.
WWF?
WWG1.
That's right. G1
WGA.
WWE.
Yep.
Yep. It's happening.
It's getting popular again.
It's happening.
Well, hey, have you guys? I heard part of Robert Kennedy's interview was on London Real the other day. I mean, he sounded pretty horrible, but yeah, in the data he has on the various vaccines and all that stuff, it is amazing. Because I knew that, and I said it before. I knew that I didn't remember how many, but he talks about how many we do, how early we start them, and how it's detrimental to the health of the child. And this is like in the last 10 years, it's been like this.
Oh, yeah.
My kids were they weren't getting vaccines at 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
And there were some oral vaccines I think they gave somewhere along, but it was like a very small dose that barely gets them to 2.
It's the polio vaccine is the
Yeah.
oral dose.
Yeah. And then it's like, but now it's this really long list and it's, it's even some of the ones that are required and stuff. And it's like, yeah. And we're the only country that does. You look at Europe and other places, they don't have nearly as many of those. They don't start them anywhere near as early. You got to have them
Right.
exposed to stuff. You got to let their immune system work on its own.
Yeah,
They-
because go ahead.
I thought he also talked about the peanut allergy. That was one of because I've read about that too and how that got started, where they took peanuts out of baby food and then it made kids allergic to them. They weren't exposed to it at a young age.
Which is what you want to do. You want to build those antibodies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was something that they had a survey of, like, Asian children, and somehow they missed that they weren't getting fed peanuts, but they wasn't in their food, but the parents would like munch up a few and give it to them,
Mm-hmm.
when they were young, so that they, because yeah, humans are more or less, I don't know about most, many people are allergic to peanuts unless they get exposed to it at a young age. So we stopped that, and we grew a whole generation of kids who, some of them have horrendous peanut allergies,
Yeah.
where they're just the shell, or it doesn't even have, they can just smell it and they can go into convulsions.
Yeah, that little guy on my shoulder, he's got a peanut allergy.
Ooh.
And we just found out he's gluten. He's celiac.
Wow.
Dang.
Celiac's actually,
What's next?
as opposed to, you say he's not just gluten intolerant. Yeah. Well, peanut, for some people, a lot of people, the peanut allergy can be cured. My nephew was allergic to peanuts until he got to be about 13 or 14. So he outgrew it.
You know how much it would suck to like not be able to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
Do y'all want to hear something messed up? And look it up if you don't believe me. There's a woman that's allergic to water. Look it up. I'm dead
Is that the
serious.
lady that she gets it, she takes a shower or whatever, it hurts her skin?
Yeah, she still drinks water and she still takes showers, but she has to put like medication on her skin afterwards.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about her several years ago.
Yeah, and her body's like 90% water. Ain't it like your body's 90 or 80% water?
Yeah, 70, I don't know. Prime mover dropped. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Hopefully he didn't take our peanut comments too poorly. So you look very tired, man.
I'm wore out.
You got anything else you want to chat about? I mean, we've got some Wonder Woman stuff, like some more images have come out. No clue when that movie's going to come out.
Another Shazam movie's coming out.
Really?
What?
It's
Next
a
week?
Lego though.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down to hear about it. I haven't heard of anything like entertainment related lately.
Okay.
Like it's like nowhere.
just type in pop culture news, Google, you'll find all kinds of stuff. I'm just seeing if Prime came back. I guess no. Guess he left.
I'll be like, you mad, bro?
Oh, just God! Every single site I go to, please turn off your ad blocker. Please turn off your ad blocker. No. Pilot and Kobe Bryant crash had no drugs or alcohol in the system. I know. He got confused. And there was one controller that said, "Hey, that guy's too low." Did you listen to they played the recording of the air traffic controllers on that? And the guy was wanting to transition, there was some other guy that picked it up, and he was the only one that realized. He says he's too low for that transition, and then he was calling the helicopter, and he says, "You're too low. You need to climb like 250 feet." And then it's like the pilot said something at first, and then there was no response, and then there was the transponder went off. Because they were hovering for like 40 minutes to wait to transition through that area that they did. Because they had to be cleared, and no one realized that whole time that they were too low.
All right, y'all want to hear about the Shazam Magic and Monster?
Yeah.
Well, the Green Lantern is a female. What's the Shazam that's black, like his suit's black?
Black Adam.
Yeah, he faces Black Adam. It's got Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman in it.
Is the Green Lantern a woman though?
Yeah, she's a female. You see, they only have Wonder Woman, so they have to throw in another female, or it's not
Mm.
politically correct.
Oh.
I'm sorry, who's main a female?
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. Yeah, I don't know. Well, there's other DC female superheroes. I just don't think anyone really knows.
Yeah. So they take a popular one and make it a female. It's okay.
That's for the Lego movie.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that's kind
Which I never was a fan of them. At least it's something.
Everything is awesome
Everything is awesome.
when you're part of a team.
Oh, they already made the Lego toys you can buy. I mean, with his cape. Did he have a hood with his cape?
Yes.
Batman?
Oh, no,
Shazam.
Shazam.
Shazam. Oh. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
he
remember
did.
the TV show from the 70s. I think it was just a high collar, but I don't know. So I don't know what happened to Prime. I guess he's gone. If you guys don't have anything else, I guess we could just wrap it up early.
What's Seth doing?
I don't know. Is that part of his bed that fell apart?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch the new the men's room?
Not all of it.
Aren't you on the show?
Yeah. But he edited and did stuff, and I
Okay.
just haven't had a chance to
Yeah.
go back through and.
Apparently, you do look like what's his name?
Post Malone.
Post
Who said
Malone.
that?
I think it was my sister.
Well, she's stupid, so.
Hey, I've been called saying I look like Post Malone. I said I don't see it.
So how are you recording it through StreamYard as well, or are you using like Zoom or something?
We're using StreamYard.
And then you download it and that kind of thing, or
Yeah, I download it and then just use Windows Editor.
oh, okay.
It's got some decent graphics for it.
Are you looking for a Shazam comic book?
Yeah. Turn the
The
brightness
screen's too bright.
down. I know, I'm turning it down. Hold your horses. What in tarnation. She's got the hood on.
Who's he facing?
I don't know.
Looks
It's
like Ghost
Halloween.
Rider. Oh,
No, it's not. Oh, it's it is a skeleton wearing a Shazam, a tattered Shazam costume.
I think she looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I love these books. You can't really see it.
Let's see his legs.
Screen's still too bright. But hey, Tommy, what are you gonna do tomorrow?
Nothing planned. What was you thinking?
You wanna go to the comic book shop?
Are they open?
Yeah.
What time?
I don't know. We're supposed to go look for something for the house tomorrow. Dang, I'm missing 3 and 4. I don't know, but I could like call you or something.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Oh yeah. So let me tell you about the day I had, and tell me this ain't karma.
Hey,
So
before you get into that, here's
yeah.
another one, an older version where he's just got a high collar.
Ah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of.
So there you go. Now continue.
So first of all, we go to work. It seems like an easy day and everything.
Oh, little do you know.
Yeah. So we go and we're riding, and next thing I know, we was riding in one of the employees' cars because mine had stuff in the back and the service truck was taken, so we took his car. And didn't know. You remember that Durango we had?
Yeah.
Well, we sold it to him, and that's the one we took.
Mhm.
He never put it in his name. He took the tags off of his car and put them on the car. And so we're driving, and we have an electric motor in the back that we have to go drop off. Well, he runs a stop sign and gets pulled over.
Hey, pause. Prime said that his computer crashed. He's rebooting and he'll be back.
Oh. So we're sitting in a parking lot, and we're just sitting there waiting. And the cop says, "Okay, I'm going to give you a ticket for this and this, and I got to take your tags because they ain't registered for this vehicle." So they take the tags off, and underneath the tags, it had form use written in Sharpie. So it was still registered in my wife's name, and he had insurance on it. So I was like, "Okay, I'll drive it back." It's in my wife's name. I drove it back, and all of a sudden, I see myself right behind a cop car. I go, "Oh, hell. I got no tags on here farm use on a Durango." But luckily, I didn't get pulled over. Well, that ended. Then my dad gets in a car wreck in his nice F-250.
What?
Yeah, someone rear-ended him. Dented the bed and the
Is he all
bumper.
right?
Oh, yeah, he didn't get hurt or nothing. But
Oh, that's good.
so someone's done broken a mirror or something. It's just not
2020
been a
just
very
ain't
good
our
day.
year, man.
Oh, yeah. I must be on Hillary's hit list.
Yeah. So, Lape, you knew about my bed breaking?
Yeah, you shared
Oh,
a video
you
or
saw-
something.
Okay, yeah. I
Those
didn't know if you saw it.
Yeah, you didn't have supports underneath, and
Yeah, I was so mad, dude. It's really pretty. It's pretty nice. But shut up, man.
did they? I guess they haven't fixed it yet, or I mean, what are they going to do about
No, they're gonna send me the parts, and I'm just gonna put it back together.
it? Okay, so they were supposed to be there, they just didn't put them in.
Yeah, there was no if the supports had been there, it would have held up, but it
Yeah.
wasn't. So it broke the sidebar.
Right.
Are they going to bring you a new
All the way.
sidecar?
Yeah, they're bringing me. Oh, and get this, they were like, "Oh, we'll send you the one off of the demo. That way you can get it, quick." And I was like, "Man, I don't want that thing. Like, it's COVID time. It's COVID season, and I ain't trying to get the COVID. I want a new one. I want a new one. I don't care if I have to wait. I don't want it. I don't want anything that's been sitting in your showroom. As much as we paid for it, man, I ain't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want somebody else that done kicked and
Have you
their
noticed?
snotty nosed child's rubbed up against.
Have you noticed the services you get now, even through like drive-through and everything, is so much terrible now?
Oh my god, it's awful. And my poor dog. There's no one that's doing grooming that can take a that can take like the place that I go to now. Their groomer like quit or I don't know, quit. They're not there anymore. So they got this new chick who hasn't even completed grooming school. So she can do like basic things, but she can only do it for people that has been with her before. So she can't like I've been there, but it wasn't with her, so they won't take me. They won't let me come back to groom my dog.
Hmm.
And they're like, "I'm sorry," like, and I was pissed, dude. I wrote every email address I could find to figure out why. And finally, I had a manager call me back and tell me like what was the reason. She was just like, "Oh, have I ever seen your dog before?" And I was like, "I don't know. I have no idea." And she was like, "Well, if I haven't seen her, I can't take her." And I'm like,
Why?
finally the manager called. Well, like after the 10th email I wrote, the manager called and was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry." She's like, "She's not actually certified to be doing like legit grooming. She can only do like certain things." And I was like, "Okay, that makes sense. Thanks." Like,
You come back and your dog looks like something from Tiger King.
I would. Yeah, I do think YouTube would frown upon prime ribeye.
That's how I look right now. Boy, oh boy. This computer went down faster than a bunch of Kansas City kids.
Good thing you censored yourself, or we'd have got kicked off YouTube.
It's only quoting a movie.
Yeah. You look like a bunch of Kansas City kids. Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
He rode a blazing saddle. He wore a shining star.
Okay, there's a thing I read. I want to see what y'all's opinion is. Okay, so when Ghost Rider gets in a car, it becomes part of the Ghost Rider. Like it gets flames and everything like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you gave the Ghost Rider a piggyback ride, would you become the Ghost Rider too?
That'd be awesome.
Jeez, man.
Only if you're in the sky.
You'd probably be dead afterwards, though.
Yeah, I think you'd be a flaming back.
That's cool.
The Ghost Rider.
You can't do a flyby. The pattern is full.
Ghost Rider #1 variant.
Nice 1986 reference.
Yeah.
I've got this idea to send you all to Miramar. Yeah, per diem.
So I got issue #1 from like back in 1993. I mean, look how goofy
issue
they look.
#1 of 1939. You got anything like that?
No, but yeah, dude, Power Rangers from back in early, like this is the first comic book that ever came out. This is issue #1. I think I have. No,
It's like Powerpuff Girls.
yeah, it's pretty
Go,
whack.
go, Powerpuff Rangers.
Dude, I love Power Rangers. That's the newer style. They're pretty good comics.
So what's the genre that you like to delve in? Like you said Power Rangers, that's it?
I like Shazam. I've got a lot of Shazam. But mainly Power Rangers. Oh, and I have this book, but it's probably not worth a whole lot.
I didn't even get mine.
Oh, I got mine. It's crinkled up, and
Is this the new re-release? The one that
that'll probably never happen.
what? That's the one with your like address printed on the back?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we haven't gotten the ones that weren't printed on the back yet, right? I just want to know if I've like missed something in the mail or someone ripped it off or it hasn't been sent.
I'm pretty sure that it's not going to happen.
Are you talking about your WCBS comic book?
Yep.
Yeah, and Yeah, on last night's after hours, Jeff was saying that I forget there was somebody who the guy that helped in Chicago that had the bar that we had to get together in had helped him, straighten things out and all this. And I'm like, and do people really get their magazines? I mean, I guess you could ask I don't know how many people on the Facebook page bought the book, but I mean, are you guys the only ones that didn't get your books, or is everybody not gotten their books?
I mean, I got my book, but like there was supposed to be a reprint.
Oh.
Meow.
So you just got the original
Yeah, I just got the original messed up one.
And it's not like that's going to be like a collector's item because everyone got that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's not like it's a
Civil War
rare.
II. Guardians of the Galaxy. Civil War II. My wife likes Guardians of the Galaxy. I like it pretty
Are you
good.
familiar with Garth Ennis?
Yeah.
He's a pretty badass comic book artist.
Shazam 1 and 2 from 86. That was the third relaunch.
That's my era.
They're pretty good. I really enjoy Shazam. I don't know why. I think I was just
That's cute kitty, Tom.
I was so enthralled by the movie that I was like,
Yeah, they did it up pretty good. That was a good comeback for DC, making a Shazam film that was actually like pretty funny.
Yeah.
Didn't have dumbass
Justice League
Steppenwolf in it.
versus Justice League versus Suicide Squad.
oh wow. Who wins?
I don't know. Haven't read it.
When we all lose as the audience. Yeah, so
I have this super sweet box that I got from the comic book shop. It's got Power Rangers on it. Pretty awesome.
hey, Labe, do you remember John Sable Freelance, that comic?
The who?
It's called John Sable Freelance. He was a kind of like almost like an Indiana Jones, but he was like a big game hunter, and
No,
he
I don't
would
think so.
take on jobs as no. Okay, so the teaser didn't even get the description. You just said no.
No, can't say that. Doesn't sound familiar, but
Well, there goes my next pop culture reference. Thanks for clipping that show. I take that out of the edit. I do have a question. Are you familiar with video cards for Mac Pros?
the old Mac Pro
Yeah, the big old
cheese grater.
piece of the wall. I call it the Death Star. It's the one with the ATI configuration, Intel chips.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a good video card.
Yeah, I'm not sure. 'Cause-
Oh, he crashed again.
Yeah, the problem with that old computer too is, while he's not here to talk about it, I don't think it'll have a fast enough PCI Express slot.
And I'm
Oh, there
looking
it
for a
is.
new computer. See? I told you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have y'all seen the preview for Fantasy Island?
Yes. Looks
They
stupid.
play.
Who's going to play Tattoo?
never-
Is it Wee Man?
I never actually saw the series, but I might actually watch the series to get the movie.
Oh, dude, you got to watch the series. It had Ricardo Montalban, which was also known as Khan.
Was it like a horror series?
No,
'Cause the movie
dude.
looks-
People would
No.
like.
It was kind of weird, and
No, it was like people would show.
Oh, he's gonna
Go
go.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
People would like show up. It was like I think a 1 week vacation, and they would do whatever they ever wanted to do, like a fantasy they had, and it would come true on Fantasy Island. And then ABC got real smart, and they crossed over with the Love Boat, where the actual Love Boat. You remember the Love Boat, right?
Yeah.
The love
The
boat.
Love Boat. Yeah. Soon we'll be making another run. It docked on Fantasy Island, and then the stars from the Love Boat got to go meet Mr. Rourke, who was Ricardo Montalban fantasy thing. ABC crossed those two shows, and it was brilliant.
Now, what if on the other side of the island, it was Gilligan's Island?
Or Epstein Island,
Yeah,
and he didn't kill himself.
yeah. Maybe
Yeah, that'd be
Neverland's
cool.
there too.
And then there was like a zoo, and it was headed up by Tiger King.
Yeah.
I was gonna add it back, man. After you muted it. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't mute.
Oh.
Let me see if I can. I was just gonna show off how my dog's just straight up chilling. Like I can move around and stuff with my on my phone.
So Tom, you look like you're all in tactical gear.
Oh, I'm wearing the
Getting
Deadpool
ready,
shirt.
look like an operator, man. Get ready to take down some safe house. See, hold up your hand to see if you got the names of the Benghazi, the people that died in Benghazi. Just hold it up to the screen. You know what I'm talking about. So Brian, I thought your the governor was actually a pretty good dude, Mike DeWine.
Mm-hmm. He's
Isn't
an
he?
ass bag.
Well, isn't he supposed to be one of the good guys or no? He's
Well,
part of the
he's
swamp.
the one of the not so bad guys.
Okay.
He's not as bad as Michigan,
Oh, geez.
but he's not as. I mean, like Indiana's opening up like last week, and Kentucky's. Well, Kentucky, I don't know if they haven't figured out what the heck they're doing in Kentucky, but yeah, I mean the stipulations and rules he's put on restaurants are going to open next week. They might as well not even open.
Yeah.
In particular, they can open next week for outdoor only, but then they still have to maintain 6 feet, including when food is being served. I want to understand how that happens. Do you put it on a cart and robot it over to them?
Hey,
You
they
know?
can push the cart.
Get some
Maybe it hits their
drones.
table.
So
Yeah,
hold
just
on.
get
No,
some
the worst
drones
one
and
is at the
drop
I
it.
bank.
connected myself. All right.
At the bank, they put the little X's there, and it's like you have to bend over and like kind of catch yourself onto the thing. And they're like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Just come right up." Like, no,
Right.
there's an X here that I have to follow.
Yeah, my dog's straight up just chilling.
If you pay one to put a damn X 5.5 feet away from your freaking register, I'm gonna play along and show you how stupid this shit is. Of course, that was my mental
Hey, you got
dialogue. I
X's
didn't
on
tell
your-
Kaylee that.
Get the X's in your bank. Where you have to stand.
¿Quién es el bearded wonder?
Huh?
Oh, my wife, she works at a bank, and they have footprints where your feet can go.
My God.
What?
You know where else
Yeah.
they have footprints where your feet go?
Who's-
In Marine Corps Recruit
What
Depot, San Diego,
footprint?
California.
Huh?
Why footprints?
You know where else they have footprints? Is Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, California.
Uh-huh.
Boot
Yeah.
camp.
All right,
Yo,
show me
last
them
year-
steps, Seth.
Huh?
Show me the steps. I
Hey,
want
give
to
us
see
a tour of the
steps.
new house.
Hey, yeah, I could do that actually. Actually, but my wife's probably asleep.
All right.
That's why I've got to be kind of quiet. She's probably
Turn the
like,
light on. Hey, baby.
Just say it's okay. It's for the show.
Show us the outside.
It's dark. Like there's no
Dude,
windows.
you started this. You started with the bearded wonder, and now we've got to see the rest of the house.
I mean,
wanna-
why don't you not get kicked off of Facebook, and I'll and that way I'll just show you
Oh,
on
so
Facebook
it's gonna be like
Messenger.
it's gonna be like that, huh?
It'll be like that.
That's how it's gonna be.
It's my studio, my desk.
My
Yeah.
slippers.
So now we know what he was watching instead of paying attention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
live PD. Actually,
Live
actually,
PD
it was,
Corona
it was
Corona edition.
Men in Black 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I've got-
all right. You know, Dion used to play PlayStation
Cluster
while
crap.
instead of paying attention to the show.
Oh, dude, my PlayStation set up like. Hold up, I gotta set you down real quick.
Huh.
Boom. PlayStation. I could be playing PlayStation, but I'm not. Dude, I got a ton of collectibles that will be going up on those shelves that are behind that headboard.
You finished putting all of them together?
No, I've only got one more left to do. There will be like a wall of collectibles.
I've always wanted one of them James Bond walls where it's a bookshelf and you open it and there's a doorway.
Yeah, I thought about putting a bookshelf at the door, but hi, Sophie. Hi. What you doing? Hey, doodles. This show's completely gone off the rails.
Well, I don't know if we ever got on the rails, man.
Yeah, it never
We
was.
flirted with pop
Yeah.
culture and said, "Nah, we're not even going to spit on you."
Yeah, no, pop culture sucks ass.
Pop culture's on fire.
Don't even spit on it.
Yeah.
Pop culture for really is on fire, though. It's awful.
Well, then, well, that was I saw the article. I forget, it was 200 actors and actresses and other people in Hollywood saying that we need to get back to dealing with climate change. You know, forget Corona. This is only a symptom of climate change and how we're basically on the verge of complete extinction.
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen, Tuesday at 3:00. I mean, they're acting like it's that soon.
Like the Hale Bob comet. Sure you got your Nikes on
Yeah.
and go to sleep.
Yeah. When the was it a blanket of purple or something they had too?
And the Nikes.
Yeah.
When was the comet supposed to hit?
Nothing. I mean, Hale Bob?
Yeah.
The Hale Bob wasn't supposed to hit. It's just that there was a cult, some wacko out in California. Huh?
Marshall Applegate was his name.
Yeah, Marshall Applegate. He believed to convince supposedly a bunch of supposedly smart people that there was a spaceship that was orbiting Hale Bob, and as it approached, it's on its closest approach to Earth, it was going to pick him up and take him to somewhere. Heaven's Gate was the name of the cult.
Yeah, Heaven's Gate. Yep. They were in like SoCal, I think, right outside of LA, like Riverside.
Yeah. And then they found them all dead in some rich, in that it was a fairly ritzy neighborhood. And this every bed in the house,
sleeping in bunk beds. They had a bunch of bunk beds in there.
Yeah, they had. Yeah, was it like 20 or 30 people, something like
that? Yeah, idiots.
So, unless it was picking them up their spirit. I don't know exactly how I don't remember how they figured out, if they ever figured out how the suicide was supposed to get them on board the ship or something. I don't know.
Well, they had to
Don't
drink
drink
that
the
stuff
Kool-Aid.
and then go to sleep. It wasn't Kool-Aid. It was like Powerade or something.
Well, no, Ghana was Flavor Aid. You mean the 70s?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jonestown?
Jim Jones.
Yeah,
But
Jim
they
Jones.
also drank something.
Yeah, cyanide. It was Flavor Aid laced with cyanide.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are you talking about Guyana? Guyana?
Yeah, that's what. Well, I don't know. I was trying to figure out what you guys were talking about. That's all.
Oh my God.
I remember that. Though that freaked me out as a kid seeing that on the news.
I know. Remember
Oh,
all like
yeah.
the bodies and they
Oh
were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
all like the shirts, the people's like they had like white shirts and shorts on, or various color. I was like, and they were just littered across this like field.
Yeah, I mean stacked on one another.
Yeah.
It was bizarre.
So we must have been like 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was freaked out. I also, and then of course it's shot in that old timey film, you know, which was pretty decent film back then, but it looked old.
Yeah. Well, 35 millimeter probably.
Yeah, or no, well, yeah,
I don't
or
know if it was
60.
70.
What's that?
Seeing it was 60 mil,
No, 16.
60
Probably.
millimeter.
Yeah, that's more of
But 16 is more of a home movie. Something broadcast quality would be a bit higher than that, I would think.
but to bring a 35 millimeter film out there in a field condition, the cameras were just too big. They would send out those little, remember the old like military cameras? We had these, we trained on them. It was called the 70 KRM, and you had the key that you'd spin it, and it had these 3 little lenses in the front, and it was a handheld little camera with 2 Mickey Mouse ears going, and then you just click it. It was for the field use. That was 16.
Okay. Was that was that a wind up?
It was a wind up, yeah, with a big key.
Yeah, a lot of those you wound them up. They weren't even battery operated.
Yep.
Now, yeah, and some of those too, you could I forget what they call it. You could use it was a 35 millimeter film, and you could send it through one way, flip it around, send it to it. Only exposed half of it, and then when they would process it, they would cut it in half and put it together. Some of those, not all of them. The Sabruder film was that way. The camera for that was that way.
Wow. And see, do you remember the first time you saw the Zapruder film?
Yeah.
That
Television
scared the living crap out of me.
I remember it on it was a TV movie in 78 or 70. It was like they were kind of playing what if games, what if Kennedy had survived. And they had but yeah, they were, I think, if I remember correctly, but I remember them watching it over and over and over, you know, showing parts of it. They were supposed to be like a room full of FBI agents and Secret Service, and they were trying to figure out where the shooters were. And yeah, that was pretty wild. But I don't think they showed the face splatter. That came later. They, you know.
Yeah, I remember just seeing the grainy, weird kind of frame jumping look to the whole thing.
Yeah.
As a kid, and I was probably, let's see, it came out in 76, because it was almost, it was like 10, 12 years after the actual event, and 76 or so, I'm sorry, 74, and then they eventually started showing the pink mist. That was more in the 80s. You remember was it that long that it took?
Well, there was the show The Men Who Killed Kennedy, which I want to say was in the late 80s or early 90s. That they showed. And yeah, I mean, that's the thing where there's missing frames and all that other stuff.
Right.
All right.
Shooter my butt.
So when they make the Corona movie, what do you think the title of the movie is going to be? Is it just going to say Corona or Corona, the movie?
It'll be the hoax that shut the nation.
Is The Rock going to be in it?
Yes.
What do you think, Channel Dad?
What?
What do you think the Corona movie is going to be called? Is it going to be Corona?
I think it depends on when it comes out. I'm waiting for Prime Rib. Okay. There we go. Prime ribeye. It always says device is not connected when you connect.
Freaking trichinosis.
I think it just depends on who comes out. Yeah, somewhere in there they're going to blame Trump for it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know if they were going to
Trump's
correct
virus
the
or something
Titanic.
like that. Yeah. And they're going to make a big deal how Fauci said do something, and even though he's been following, that's what I'm like. People will praise Fauci, yet he's been following his advice almost to the letter all the entire time. That I'm like,
Yeah.
Because at first it was like, well, and well, actually he was ahead of him because Fauci was back in February saying nothing to worry about, and Trump was saying we're shutting down travel from China, and people got all he's a xenophobe, and let's go down to Chinatown and hug a Chinese person.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
isn't
what
he?
response? He was ahead of you guys by a month. And now you guys are stuck somewhere in early, April, and it's time to start opening again, and you're freaking out because you're a month behind.
Because they want to.
Wasn't they dancing at China and stuff, Chinatown and stuff, saying "Come on down"?
Oh, that was Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. They're like, yeah, we're going to have a wonderful time in this Chinese parade, and so come on down. There's nothing to fear.
I remember the YouTube commercials
Yeah.
that were saying, "This is our culture, and you're taking it from us."
Yeah,
Dude,
he didn't say anything about the people here. It just said, because that's where the virus is coming from. So we're going to start restricting travel from the source.
Yeah.
It's like, good grief.
Mr. President, why do you keep saying that it's the China virus? Because it came from China.
That never gets old.
It came from China.
Oh Lord, Honey Boo Boo is trending.
Uh-oh.
Oh God,
What happened? She
Trending where on Google?
did she
Twitter.
gain the weight back?
Honey Boo Boo confessed her secret about Jennifer to Pumpkin. I don't know any of these people.
I
Nor
thought
should
maybe
you.
she.
Wait, I don't want to know who these people are. So if you want to talk about it, you can do it after the show. You and your dog can discuss it. You can call Tommy.
Edit.
you hear what they said she looked like?
They said she
No.
looked like Marilyn Monroe when she lost all the weight. And I was like,
Maybe Marilyn Monroe
oh
post-mortem.
crap. I'm serious. They were comparing.
Yeah, I'm not reading this
Remember what
crap.
she looks like now.
Honey Boo Boo. Didn't the mom die or
Now,
something?
how do y'all know what's trending?
Twitter.
Oh, trending
Oh,
on
I've
Twitter.
got Twitter.
Yeah,
I
Tommy,
don't-
don't do it. Tommy, don't do it, man.
I don't use it. I just look at it for like what's trending and stuff
Yeah, you
for
just
show
search.
ideas.
Do.
Dude, Seth, you need to download this site I have here. KeywordsEverywhere.com. When you go on Google, it shows how many people have looked at that phrase or that word. And then when you go on the YouTube channel, it shows what they hashtag.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of dumbass people, do you remember that guy that had a camera implanted in the back of his head? This is
No.
like
No.
10 years ago. He did it as kind of some company wanted to have some live camera, and he had it implanted his cranium in the head. Look that up. See today.
Why couldn't he just wear it?
Because the whole thing was he had to make it part of his body.
Super glue that thing.
Hi,
I'm sorry.
I'm Phil Swift with Flex Seal. I'm
You
gonna
want a
turn my
camera,
head.
everybody?
I'm gonna turn my head into a canoe.
Wow.
Oh wait, there's more.
I didn't know we had B-1B still flying.
Of course we do.
Apparently, this had two of them return to Andrews Air Force Base, or Anderson Air Force Base, rather, Guam, after conducting a bomber task force training mission in the East China Sea.
Yeah, they've been using the B1. I'm sorry, the B1B. the
Yeah.
Lancer, to kind of saber rattle against. First, it was Guangdanzhou, and then and then those bases that they're building, those islands. They've been having fly missions over that. But you didn't hear from me.
All right, so I got a question for y'all. Have you ever thought what the other countries think of us? I feel like they see us as the big brother, like, okay, if y'all mess up, I'm going to whoop you. Kind of deal.
No, I think a lot of them say USA is asshole.
I don't know. We was thinking about that today. What does I know China don't like us. Like, is it actually
That's
China or is
because
it?
What?
That's
Did you
because we're fighting back.
Mm. The people like us.
This is getting old. Maybe we need to try something else.
What?
He dropped again. That's like maybe we got to try Zoom and see if he doesn't drop.
Huh.
I'm waiting for it says device is not connected. The guests will need to connect their microphone cam before you can add them to the stream.
Mm.
He's
Can you record on Zoom?
Yeah, if you have an add-on.
Oh,
Let's see. Was it Zoom? What did we used to do?
We did Hangouts.
Well, I know Hangouts before, but there was something we did before.
I
Skype.
didn't. Well, wasn't part of that.
Yeah, Skype is what we used before. All right. Whoop! Shoot!
I bet you-
China is asshole.
It
Hey,
added them
Brian, what are you
automatically,
using?
and I accidentally removed him.
Brian, what are you using?
Maybe we ought to try Skype and see if you dropped so much that way. So or Discord.
What's Discord?
Yeah, it's another way of doing these things.
How'd you like that temperature today, Seth?
How'd I like what?
The temperature outside.
I was soaking wet by like 10 o'clock this morning.
Yep. It was 80 here.
And like I had so much sweat, it looked like I peed my pants.
Well, I made the mistake of wearing a long sleeve black shirt for work.
Good job.
Oh yeah.
I was
What
off
are you,
today.
like a beekeeper or something, trying to not get stung?
I'm a welder. Mark's hurt.
Yeah,
they do.
it got pretty. What did it get as high as what 90 over there?
Yeah, you got right
I
around
don't
90.
know.
It was like 86 or something.
Yeah, but the hottest I saw was 86 out here.
Hey Prime, what are you using to to record this on? Like, are you on a phone or are you on your laptop?
I'm on my. I don't have a laptop. I have a desktop. I'm on my Yeti microphone connected to the desktop.
That's why you're dropping so much.
Am I really?
Well, I mean, not like you're not cutting it in and out. Just saying, like it just keeps dropping.
You on my
That's why we were
my
talking-
machine? You mean?
That's why we were talking about going to Skype or Discord or whatever.
Seth,
Yo,
with that blue light hitting your face, you look like the kid that's touching its hand against the fuzzy screen saying they're here. Where the light's hitting your
From
face.
Poltergeist.
Yes.
They're here.
some idiot in Richland County is getting arrested.
But y'all know what I mean, where that blue light's hitting his face?
Yeah. Is that on live PD?
Yes, sir.
Is it still live?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, they show a whole bunch of reruns.
I know, but right now it's live.
Okay.
Oh, they found a gun.
Did they find someone with a Rona? I don't have the Rona.
Two
Do you have the
guns.
Rona? I don't have the
They
Rona.
found two guns. I don't
Two
have the
guns
Rona.
with the
You have
Rona.
the Rona?
I don't have the Rona.
Search under the sack. There's some crack under there.
Check the sack with the crack.
I'm just gonna plan it. Give it time.
Oh, that's how the boys operate out there.
Yeah, we just plan it.
Yep, there it is. This
Well,
could have
hot
been a
diggity dog.
this could have been a 187. Make sure that you log that.
Man, you're crazy staticky.
Am I really?
Yeah.
ASMR.
Sounds
Can
like
you hear
Taco
that?
Tuesday over there, Prom.
What's that?
What?
Sounds like Taco Tuesday over there, Prom.
Meatless Monday, Taco Tuesday. What's the W?
And Buzzy B Wednesday.
Yeah,
Sounds like you're buzzing.
What's
Buzz, 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 buzz.
is it buzz really? Hang on.
Buzz, buzz.
Yeah, it's
Stop.
buzzing like there's static in your line.
Oh, there he went.
Bye.
He's like a ghost. Oh, Seth. You know how we scrap cars sometimes?
Yeah.
We scrapped a car yesterday or day before yesterday, and I found something from like the 90s. It was a walkie-talkie that picked up the police scanners, and you could push a button and talk to them.
Sweet.
And it comes with an antenna with a magnet on it that you can put on top of your car.
Did you keep it?
Yes, I did. I don't know if I'm supposed to have it though.
It's a good thing we live in like Dallas, Texas.
I really don't know if I'm like, should I cut it on? I'm afraid to.
Look up. What's up? Look up. We all have to look up. Boom.
Why do we need to look up?
I don't know. Bram said to look up. Boom.
It's
So, is he just screwing with us, or is it really a bit worse? He's a you got to stop watching Prawn when you get on the show.
what?
That would destroy your computer.
That's right. I'm going to send a virus. My system's not this way. It's just the way I speak.
Mm.
So what else, man? It's like we're waiting around for a funeral to start. What's going on?
Oh,
Have y'all seen that? The video of people holding the casket dancing.
No.
What?
Oh, y'all don't have TikTok. It's this thing that's
No,
popular
man.
now.
I don't got no TikTok. I ain't gonna get TikTok.
That you got to get. It shows these people and they're dancing with the casket and holding it up.
Are they
You
like?
really need a haircut.
Yeah, man. I need one too.
Yeah.
You could do the whole Donald Trump comb over thing.
Well, and then a bunch of nurses made a spoof of it with, because they're bored.
Yeah, because they're so
ER.
busy. They're shaking their donks everywhere.
Yeah, COVID. It's a COVID-19 on it, and they had somebody in a body bag. They were taking
Yeah.
to the morgue.
Oh no, you go on
They're
TikTok right
Oh,
now.
my
That's all it
gosh.
is.
God was
All
right
it is.
when he got Noah ready for the blizzard. My wicked people will die. COVID. Yeah, they're so busy and tired and everything that they're out there doing the Macarena and shit on a dead body.
Hey, Macarena.
Hey, Macarena. Hey, COVID-19.
Dang it. Where is it?
They're making a new Scooby movie.
Scoob.
And
Oh,
they're
that's the,
and they're
Go ahead.
rebooting the Monsters.
oh, they're gonna mess that up.
Of course they are.
Mm.
Boop. Boop. Yeah.
Trying to find a meme I saw earlier today. It's really funny.
All right. Well, I'm ready to punch out.
Yeah, me too. I am
Yeah,
tired.
I'm gonna be up early.
I want to finish the show Barry. Have you seen that series Barry with Bill
No.
Hader?
I'm watching Wayward Pines.
Have
you ever seen that?
Not yet.
I started watching
Pretty
Ground.
good.
Which one?
Ground.
I
don't know if it's good or not yet.
Yeah, it's those old grim, what is it, fairy tale stories.
But no, this one, it's got like werewolves in it and stuff.
Well, yeah, it's like a kind of modern take on the old thing.
Oh, here it is.
But none of you started that show. I can't even remember it now. Jeez, The
I've
Expanse.
seen some weird stuff since quarantine where you can't go out somewhere. I watched Once Upon a Time and everything. You seen that?
Once Upon a Time, what?
That's all it's called.
Oh,
His work here.
yeah, they're putting that everywhere. Heroes work here.
But
Yeah.
but look
But
at the
Hoes work
cover
here.
Wouldn't it be the doctors though
Send me
that
that
are the
picture, bro.
heroes?
Send me that picture.
Okay.
Not if you talk to the nurses. Just saying,
Yeah.
the nurses and doctors do not get along very well.
No, there's
Really?
a caste system.
Yeah.
There's an above the line and below the line system.
We don't talk about that cast stuff here.
Yeah, the doctors make the
Yeah.
diagnosis, but the nurses do all the work. Just ask them.
Right.
But
Yeah,
if the diagnosis is wrong, guess whose butt's in a sling? Not the nurse.
the janitor.
Well, it depends. Did
All I
the
did
doctor,
was-
did the
All I
doctor
did
follow
was
hospital
change out the
policy?
trash.
If the doctor followed the hospital policy. No.
Yeah.
I mean, in small clinics, you don't tend to get that, but in hospitals, you get that a lot. In fact, with the only one exception, when I was posting my stuff 2 months ago about all this, and people were reaping me a new one on Facebook, it was mostly nurses that were doing it because they knew better. And I'm like, great, you keep telling me that. Where's your data? You're
Who
just going
keeps
by
ripping you a
what
new
you
one?
were told, but where's your data?
A
You
lot of
don't know what a
people
mask
are
really
not
does. You were
swayed.
told to use them.
You're correct, but a lot of people are not swayed by data because they want drama.
I know. And
Yeah.
and I accidentally unfriended
Hoes work
somebody,
here.
but I've been unfollowing a lot of people that are nurses because they're just posting the work.
Tommy, did you ever see the pictures?
Holy shit.
Of
You
what?
ain't got no pictures, have you?
Of what?
Of like what we've been. Sorry, I'm out
Come on, we
there.
end the show and you can tell them pictures. We're almost to 2 hours and you guys are half falling asleep anyway.
Well, Lape, you got the
Who'd you
pictures.
call
Pull
me?
them up. We'll show them.
What of your steps?
Yeah.
I don't understand why they're so funny.
I don't know either. No, we're laughing. Me and Prime were laughing about those work here still.
That is hilarious. Now, is that in your town or what?
And they're all
No, you just got
it's
it.
somewhere. Yeah, I just saw it.
they all look pre-diabetic too. So do you want to? Wait, he saw
Why
the
don't you go
picture of
stick
your
up
dad, right?
a Lancet and see if they are.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see any of it.
Pre-diabetic. Listen to you. That's
Hey.
63% of the population.
Where he's wearing his mask.
That's right.
That's
He killed
good.
it. So, all right. There's block. So what is that? Is that replacing the steps there?
Yeah, go to the other picture.
Yeah, but that's going to be one big jump down.
No, those rocks are there to hold up the form, dude.
I know
Yeah.
the rock, but the concrete, is it just this?
Yeah, it's just
Well,
that.
it's back a little further. It's about right there.
See, that's to this second row.
Oh my god! Now he's doing like a chemical analysis of it.
Yeah. Not quite chemical analysis.
Okay. Anecdotal analysis.
All right. So okay. So
There's-
that goes as far.
There's a
About-
couple of behind that. There was a gap, a good like 3-inch gap, between the rocks and the sidewalk.
Yeah, you can see the grass
So you
growing.
extended it backwards.
Yeah. So we pushed it back some.
Okay.
That's why it looks a lot longer.
Yeah, because it is. It just doesn't go as far. So you're not going to put the rocks back?
No, I'm just gonna make solid form concrete steps.
So is that a solid block of concrete? Or just
Yeah,
put-
no. I mean, no. There was a step, like
How
part
deep
of a
is it? I
step.
mean, how thick is it?
It's probably
4 to 6
right at the
inches?
back, where the sidewalk side. There's probably 3 to 4 inches of concrete,
Okay.
and then probably 3 inches from the wood piece.
Mhm.
It's deep there.
So you like totally created like a rectangle and then bored it out and then just do cement in there,
Yeah.
concrete. So is that what you were trying to do? Is like test the PSI, the pressure of the thing with that car right there? You're gonna back it up into that?
Oh no, we were dumping concrete from the back of the truck.
Oh,
'Cause-
I was way off.
Yeah.
It was Samsonite.
Mommy, swimmy.
Hey, we may not have
Slappy.
talked about pop culture much, but we've sort of made some obscure references to it.
Samsonite.
That was hilarious. That came from like nowhere.
Swanson.
It was Swanson,
Swenson,
Swappy,
look at your
Slappy.
luggage.
Samsonite.
Oh, it's way off.
That is a movie that is pure gold.
Still
And you can
stands the
laugh
test
at
of
it.
time.
Yes.
What are y'all? What movie are y'all talking about?
Shut up, Tommy.
Oh my god. That and
But has anybody
Ace
seen the
Ventura.
sequel? Because I haven't. I don't know anybody that's seen the sequel.
Nah, I saw the
Either
yes,
sequel, the prequel or the
There's
sequel.
I haven't seen either.
I did. And they were
I think I
terrible.
saw the prequel parts of it, and it was like talking about the short bus. He's like, I'm in the front
Yeah.
seat. No, I'm in the back seat. No, I'm in the
Yeah.
front seat.
There were some funny parts in it, but the last one was real sad because they were like so old to be playing the same parts.
Yeah.
And it was wasn't that good.
Yeah, I saw some things about the it's almost like the sequel was written to be a year or two after the first movie, and they just never did it. But then they
Right.
didn't change the script.
Right. Right, exactly. Yeah. But then they made a reference, a joke, and you've been here like something about being in a catatonic in a wheelchair or something. You've been doing this for 30 years or something, like, whatever, 25 years,
yeah.
just to scare me. He goes, I got you. It's like, okay, no. So
All right.
What a bunch of idiots.
it's
Hey, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
guys, stop.
God, it was
Yeah,
such a
this
funny
is
movie.
mental.
All right. Are we ready to wrap it up?
Yes.
I reckon
Yes.
so.
Okay.
This
Thanks,
is the
everybody,
most
for joining
random
the-
show.
Yeah, the pop culture corner. Though we talked to pop culture, it's kind of like trying to do a wrestling show. So I'm going to let the guy who keeps going in and out say goodnight first, because who knows, you might disconnect.
In-N-Out Burgers. The burgers from San Diego are some of the best. Y'all have a nice COVID-free week, and we'll see you next week.
Appalachian, why don't we go straight across?
Let Tommy do it.
All right, Tommy.
I'm still thinking of one.
Oh,
Still think
Monkeys.
Let's see.
Just
We
say
can sit here and
bye.
be quiet, and then we can edit this out later.
Just say bye.
Don't eat yellow snow.
I
Just shut up, Tommy, you thief.
Goodbye.
Hey, I'm the Appalachian American, and you can find me and Tommy on the men's room.
In the
We
men's
still
room.
haven't figured out a schedule, but we make some videos.
Oh, and we're
Alright.
gonna have a
From the
picture
men's
of
room.
me in the monster truck next week. I think a video.
Is that what you call it?
You
Yeah.
gotta watch. Oh, you're gonna make a video of the monster truck.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna get in it and start it, but it's still be cool.
Hey, dude, see if you can like run over something.
From the men's room.
Well, we're gonna do that for the 4th of July party if we're able to have it.
No.
We're gonna run over a car, one of the scrap cars.
No.
Say bye.
Yes.
Dude, it's gonna be awesome. Can't wait.
All right. Good night. Let's see what happens.
Bye, friends.
See ya.
Dadgum.